Oh, hello, you dirty potters. How are you today? Today is a very special day because I almost never get to do this. I think I've done this one other time in the entire history of the channel, but other than that, you've probably never seen me do what we're about to do. A tiny bit of backstory. A lot of potters, especially ones that produce stuff and work to sell online or through stores or whatever have you, we have this thing called Purge Day. Purge Day is essentially the day that we get all of our pots that we either can't break or sell at a second sell or something like that, and we just literally break them. But not a lot of us record it because it's essentially us just showing our failures on screen and going, haha, look, we're gonna break it. But a lot of you guys like to see broken pottery. Friend of the channel, Lindsay M. Dillon, also has to do one of these, so you are technically getting 2 Purge Days, except for we don't really call them Purge Days, we call them Link Days. We call them Link Days. For anyone who doesn't play video games, we call them Link Days because this character right here has a habit of like destroying pottery because they have money in them. So I kind of understand. I mean, if you put money inside of a vessel, like people are gonna break the vessel because money is the thing you need to, you know what I mean? But we don't usually show this process because it's pretty much just us showing our failures and then breaking them. And there's always, no matter what you do, there's gonna be a small group of nerds who are like,
there was nothing wrong with that pot. I would have loved it. You're so mean. Give me, do for free.
oh boy, and I tell you what, we got us a big old pile today. Oh hey, are you ready to break some pots? I can't even lift this thing. Who stacked it this high? Freaking dingus. Can I lift this? How strong am I? Deadlift? Oh yeah. Reps for Jesus. Swoley matrimony. Now you would think that a responsible human being such as I would have the foresight to be like, hey, where am I gonna put these shards afterwards? But I don't. So we're going to Lindsay's house right now to go put it at her house because I don't want it at my house. Lindsay! What are you doing?
I didn't see you there.
Just hammering a table?
No.
Okay, we are here with Lindsay M. Dillon.
Hi.
And she also has stuff to purge or link away as well.
I do.
Here's my box of stuff. Where's your box of stuff?
It's not in a box. I wasn't organized.
I feel so ashamed. I have like an entire box worth of stuff and she's grabbing like 5 things.
Okay, so the only reason that I only have a few things is that I'm doing something a little different this time.
Yeah.
And I'm actually having a sale with a bunch of my old work. I have literally like 15 boxes of old work, but I'm doing a sale called The Ghosts of Ceramics Past.
Because they're dead.
Because they're dead.
Stop it.
There's also probably gonna be a reel of us, like just 30 minutes of us breaking pottery in slow motion. Are you trying to Mario me right now? So you'll definitely get to see a lot of the pieces and we'll explain a little bit of what's going on. So what we have to do just to keep ourselves kind of safe is that we have to make like a circle of clay right here, just so that when we break stuff it doesn't fly over and then, you know, you walk around the studio barefoot and you end up stepping on glass and then the ancestors cried. It's all bad. Now, no, werewolves don't make sense. Even during werewolves don't make sense because they would be a werewolf 100% of the time. Because if the thing that turns you into a werewolf is moonlight, what do you think sunlight is?
It's
Reflected moonlight.
No.
You would be a werewolf
No.
100% of the time.
No, because it has to be reflected light because moonlight is sunlight reflected on the moon. So the moon, metaphorically, is the transforming body. It changes, so it's not moonlight, it's reflected sunlight that makes you a werewolf.
So it just means that there's a mineral on the moon that is reflective enough and radiates werewolf transformation juice.
Yes.
Made this like weird fight club thing of clay, just so that when we crush stuff, it doesn't fly over the studio, it just hits the edges of the circle. So we need clearly we need a virgin sacrifice. Okay, so a lot of my stuff are just like testers, things that I wanted to see if they would work and they didn't turn out sellable. A lot of your stuff are like mistakes or...
Yeah, they're basically things where there was like a full-blown crack or, you know, like this one was kind of a fun one because I literally wrote, whoops.
Oh, that's a huge crack in there.
Yeah.
That's a plumber, I tell you. First one to break on the list is this. I don't know why I made this. I think I was just experimenting with the color pink. I think this is June Perry's pink actually, and I thought that I could make it more pink by putting some other glaze around it, which worked. If you can kind of see it, the places around the other glaze reacted and made them a little bit more pink, and I like that. However, this cup is garbage.
No, don't do it!
So this is a piece that originally I did not like because the iron oxide bled in the lettering, and then it ended up becoming a piece that I've just had around when I needed to do a firing, but I didn't have enough pieces to actually fill the kiln. So this became like a space filler, essentially, and so it's like bubbled all to hell. And it's trash.
Super. Ooh!
I love looking at things that are broken because you can see like, okay, how well did I trim this? That bottom's a little thick. It's kind of heavy.
I do like how you can see the bottom of your signature too. Like if you look here, flat bottom, little bump for a signature, flat bottom. Mm-hmm. This was a carved piece that I just straight up don't like.
Ooh,
That was a good one.
that was.
This right here was a tester glaze. I've been trying to make this kind of weird opalescent purple for a long time, and I succeeded, but on the way to succeeding, I ended up making like a bunch of these that I just straight up do not want.
So this is a piece that I made when I was trying to learn how to do bowls again, because I mostly make cups, and I was like, I should really learn how to do bowls. But unfortunately, this one I reglazed it a couple times, and there was still some pinholing that showed up at the bottom, so it goes.
Yeah, that is pretty thick right there.
Yeah.
Wow, the glaze itself is a layer of like 1/8 of the clay body.
Yeah, isn't
That's
that crazy?
really thick.
Yeah. That was from me trying to solve the pinholing issues that I was getting and just building up layers
Just
of clay.
over glaze it and hope for the best.
It'll fill in the hole, right? If I just add more glaze, it'll
Sometimes
fill in
it
the hole.
worked like that, honestly.
Sometimes.
Oh, that one survived!
Oh my god! What do you do if they survive?
Hit him again?
Okay.
Just like society has taught me. Lindsay just pulled this one out the pile and gave it to me, and I was like, what's wrong with this one? This one looks really nice. So this one's gonna be saved. I might put it on the website, but also I don't like selling things in ones. I just like to sell my bowls in pairs. But this one's being saved, so you can stop clutching your pearls now.
Dude, okay, next year, will you do a second sale with me?
Yes.
Okay.
Lindsay convincing me to do things again.
All right, so this chunky boy was my attempt at making a planter, and I did not trim the bottom enough, and it split like crazy. So I'm really curious to see what it looks like on the inside.
Nice. My little maker's mark. Oh, look at the little guy.
Notice me, senpai?
This was actually an experiment with June Perry's pink. I was trying to get it to turn more pink still. And I got it like on one side by putting extra water in the glaze. But then like this side was like, no, I don't feel like it. So, thank you. Okay, well, thank you, Dirty Potters, for joining us today. I know that this is, you know, horrifying to a lot of you, but this is actually a fairly normal practice. in Potter culture. We have to do this like once every year or two. But this is just a large version of it with me and Lindsay's stuff stuck together. But don't fret, a couple of things were saved. Lindsay convinced me to save a couple of them. I'll show them to you before we sign off. Remember to like and subscribe so that YouTube doesn't lash me when you're not watching the video. They only stop hitting me when you are watching the videos. Otherwise, it's go time on Dante.